right, folks, we back again. Like a bad itch. People, this is Book Chat 5. This will be the 5th one we'll be doing. Can you imagine that? Anyhow.
5?
Yeah, 5.
Oh my God.
Get with the program, woman. All right. So, as you can see, we are having a great old time over here. And we've come to discuss the book we both read, Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. Now, we did a previous review for The Way of the Kings, which is the first book in this series of the Stormlight Archive. It's a mouthful. Okay, so we did it, and you loved it.
Yes, I did.
Well, lucky you, because, I didn't. And I said so. And man, I got hate. All right?
Obviously, it's Brandon Sanderson. He's one of the best authors right now.
Okay, in my... look, hey, I'm entitled to my own opinion. All right?
I know.
Yeah. So I didn't like it so much. And I titled it cheekily, Has Brandon Sanderson Lost It? Okay.
I'm sure all the fans of Brandon Sanderson must have really had something to say about it.
And then I hashtagged it. Hashtag Brandon Sanderson. All right. What I was expecting, trolls on YouTube. What happened to me was good old Twitter bashing. All right, fine. Lesson learned. Moving on. Words of Radiance. I'm Ishaan Lalit.
I'm Ritu Lalit.
And let's start the book chat. So, let's start where we left off. Kaladin. All right. I was very critical about him in the last book. I didn't think he grew. All right. And I did not like Shallan. Okay. And I get your point. I did not read this book. I got this on audiobook because, honestly, I didn't have the time. So I needed this to be read to me. And Shallan is much more bearable in audiobook. Right?
Shallan was naive, whiny in the first book. But her growth chart is amazing in the second book. And so is Kaladin's.
Yeah, it is. It is. But let's start with Eshonai.
Eshonai.
Because the book starts with her. The book, any meaty part of the book starts with her.
Yes.
Eshonai, the Parshendi general. Oh boy, I loved her.
She was something else altogether. I mean, one thing, it's very clear that the Parshandis are not humans.
Yeah, and he made it so believable that she's not human. They don't think like humans. And Brandon Sanderson put so much magic into it, so much writing magic into it, that you actually distinguish that these are not human. They think differently.
They think differently. I mean, look at the imagination of the author. I mean, they sing-song their, this thing. They have tonal inflections rather than words to communicate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I listened to this on the audiobook. And the woman reader who was doing Eshonai, she actually sang her phrases out, which gave it such a beautiful intonation. It was beautiful.
I had a male reader. Which audiobook did you get? All right, anyhow, I need that. All right, so here's another thing. He killed Yasna Colin in the last book. All right, and I was wondering, could Shallan even replace her, even a bit? And I didn't expect her development, but it was awesome. The pace of her growth. The pace of her growth as a character.
One thing, authors love to do this. Huh? He kept a whole lot of Shallan hidden from the reader in the first book, including the fact that she was a shard bearer.
Yeah. You shouldn't have said that. Spoiler. Let's not spoil the book, but I get it. Like those epic parts. And speaking of epic parts, what I was missing in the last book, the things like where Brandon Sanderson always puts these moments where a character basically epics out like a superhero. Right? Win with her Neil, or what was the guy name in the Reckoner series? He had a whole lot of epic parts. In this, I was blown out when Shallan goes, "Are her people dead?" And the guy does not respond the way she expects, and she screams at him, and that part, I was like, yes, this is a Brandon Sanderson book, which I love. These are the kind of books which have made me a major fan of his art.
His characters are so three-dimensional that I think he is an author who will become a classic, given time.
He is. I do not expect him to go down into the shadows like a no-name author.
Yes.
Right. Okay, but here's my tad bit critique of this book. It again lags in the middle.
Lags in the middle.
Yeah, it lags in the middle. Again, like there are 10 parts. 10. Okay. In most cases, she's important, but then she's mostly useless. There are so many times where I go like, oh God, please, Kaladin and her, oh my God, again? Why can't we have Shallan's pet? It's Pattern is so amazing compared to her. Where I go like, there were times which I felt like he lagged. He keeps things close to his chest as an author.
Yes. As an author, he does that. He waits for a big reveal. He waits for things to reach a crescendo.
Yeah. Okay. My problem again. His
What?
villains are so petty. We had Sadius. Now we have Ishaan's sister. His villains, I always find this flaw in them. They are always so petty. What do you think about that?
He makes his villains he wants to make them believable. So he gives them a huge flaw. And like Ishaan's sister, she's jealous. Sadius is like the schoolyard bully. He gives them a believable flaw to make us hate easier.
Why make us hate when he can do that with Zinzin Solano?
Oh, but that is an epic character. He is so dangerous.
What is his Kaladin's fairy's name? It's not Tin.
No. It's not Tin.
Because I'm coming to Tin versus Shallan. That whole relationship and that moment. Did you ever see that coming?
No, I didn't.
Because, you remember, this captain is a character Yasna is scared of.
Yeah.
And because Shallan learns from her, learns, soaks her up like a sponge.
And then finally,
Yeah, don't say it. You can get it, people, you can understand. It's a very amazing moment. I did not see that whole arc coming. And it contributes so much to the main story, but it's still a side arc.
it's a side story, but oh my God, did it make me jump off my seat? I mean, it really did.
Okay, but Shallan's flashbacks, too many, made me yawn.
Yeah.
Where he does something amazing, he's always, tempering it. I don't know. It might be a tempering steel kind of a thing, but it does make me a little...
See, it's a series. I would reserve my judgment because he's building a world. Like I said in the first book review also, he's building a world. He's giving people motivation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, do you think he left the Shallan-Kaladin meeting too late?
If he's doing a 6-book series, then no. Meeting at the end of the second book is okay.
They didn't really meet at the end of the second book.
No, they met in the middle.
Yeah, but I expected that meeting to come much quicker because, he left it at that kind of an angle where they would bump into each other. And they did bump into each other.
They did bump into each other when she stole his shoes.
Yeah. Don't do that to Kaladin. Don't do that to that guy has a major chip on his shoulder.
Against light eyes? Oh, sure he does.
Oh, God. Again, she does, but the real meeting is this thing. And then the Shallan and who's the prince in waiting. His, their relationship.
Mm-hmm. That is another character that's in the growth.
Yeah.
That is another character that is in the growth, and I am expecting big things out of him.
Yeah. We're talking about...
What's his name?
Yeah. Adolin.
Yeah.
Adolin. Okay, so Adolin's... Adolin and Shallan's relationship. There is something missing from there. There's a lot missing from there. It's all too
politically convenient. Shallan needs a rich husband. Adolin is smitten by her.
And you get that thing. And
but is it me, or do you also feel that Kaladin and Shallan are like brother and sister?
You know what? Their thing hasn't really gelled.
Yeah, because they are too similar. And they are so different. And they hate each other.
Obviously, honor versus lies.
Yeah, honor versus lies.
So I don't see this going far. And I don't think Adolin and Shallan go far. But that's my opinion as a fan.
No, it's politically, because I expect Adolin to take over the entire kingdom. I expect him to do that.
What about his father? He's leader.
His father is going to be like,
I can kill everything. Or what? He's, again, a son of honor.
Honor does not make good politics.
Obviously, honor does not make good politics. That's why the series is so awesome. What I didn't like was the break in Kaladin. Kaladin really didn't grow for the ease in practice. And until the Saving the King moralistic drama, he doesn't get much growth. Okay. And after that is boom. But I did not like that. I did not. I was like, all right, he'll understand. He got it. He got it. You got it, bro. You got it. And that mother didn't got it.
So he suddenly became superhero. Big deal, yeah.
No,
Very disappointing.
His superhero part was awesome. The winds belong to me.
Oh.
Another Brandon Sanderson line. Oh, yeah, baby, you epic out again. It's like, I'm a gamer. I play level up games. And those are some of the most awesome level ups. Okay, and those are some awesome times. Like, so for me, it was one of the most awesome thing, but it developed from the king's saving the king moralistic drama
Saving
thing.
the king, he really didn't want to save the king. He wanted his friend back.
Yes.
He thinks the king is a bloody spoiled brat.
Of course he thinks that. Compared to him, he is, but so is he.
No. He's not a spoiled brat. He is one of those, people who thinks the world owes him something. Kaladin does.
Okay. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. Coming to the... basically, I couldn't take pointers at the end of this book. Because there was so much happening. There was
Too much happened, and including the fact that the last scene with Wit.
Don't go ahead. We are going to discuss this step by step. Don't just jump ahead, okay?
Okay.
All right. I couldn't take pointers, but what the fight sequence.
Which one?
Okay. First of all, let's start with the Pashendi split was done so beautifully.
Oh, yes.
Right? That Pashendi split and that Pashendi transformation from Eshonai to her sister and the new tones and all, it just enamored me.
Yes, it does.
So when the Pashendi transform into Voidbringers, that gave me the chills. Do you see anything wrong with that? Because I do not. That was brilliance. If this book is called Words of Brilliance, I say, Robert Jordan's... Oh, sorry.
It's Words of Radiance.
Words of Radiance? Well, Brandon Sanderson's Words of Radiance.
I like that. And suddenly you think that, oh my God, Shallan and her mentor, who was, what was that lady's name?
Yasna Colin.
Yasna.
My favorite character.
Yasna, they were onto it from the beginning.
Yeah. No, I believe them. Maybe I'm a conspiracy nut. I believe them.
But the best thing I liked was Kaladin saving the king and hiding him, you know where? I don't want to give spoilers.
Yeah. Oh.
That made me respect Kaladin.
Yeah.
Badass you are.
The only place nobody would look. And the only place he would be completely safe.
Yes.
Right.
And very unhappy too.
Well, he did say, teach me. Zinzan Solano versus Kaladin. That fight sequence. Did you see anything wrong with it? Did you feel that something was missing? Because I did.
I thought he was taking too much help of his friend.
Yeah, the Spren. I couldn't figure it out. I call them fairies. Spren. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I thought he had a little
Syl.
too much assist.
Syl. Her name.
Yes.
Syl. Syl and Patton. Okay. She was helping him out quite a lot.
A little too much.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what?
She suddenly comes back. Until she comes back, Kaladin is like he's. I thought he was struggling to keep abreast and all that kind of thing, which was quite okay. Good. He needed to grow up a bit and get out of self pity. Suddenly, this friend comes back, and so does Zen Solano. And bas uske baad mein, after that you have what? She's going overboard to help him.
No, I think. Look, he was flying. He was what do you call it? Bending something? What? Binding.
Yeah, he was binding up, down.
Yeah,
just
he was
like
and he said he was ready, almost ready. So I get that, because Kaladin is one of those characters who does not say a lot, does not say whatever is on his mind a lot. He cannot. He's, I guess, verbally challenged. But yes, I do get that. No, but that's not what I meant. I think something was missing. I think he kept how they're going to fight in the future a secret. That he, again, held his cards close to his chest and hid something.
Possibly.
Because there were too many angles. Their fight was good, but this was not really the big fight.
No, it couldn't be the big fight. And I was so surprised and a bit disappointed that he killed the villain in the second book. What the hell? You can't have that, huh?
Adeline Sadius moment.
I loved it. I loved it.
That's where again, this is why I'm a Brandon Sanderson fan. He will take, you did not see this coming. You cannot see this coming.
Uh-huh. Right when his father tells him that you are a much better man than I ever was and can be.
Yeah.
After that line of his, my father thinks I'm a much better man than him.
I'm not.
But I'm not.
That, it just, again, Sadius, stupid fuck. Sorry, folks. Okay, so petty, always so petty. So
But
those.
so petty, but then it's a politically charged world. And politics is petty, let's face it.
Hey man, there are void bringers at door.
Who cares? There's ISIL on the door and we have Donald Trump.
No, we have Donald Trump because we have ISIL. That's a different conversation. Okay, so that moment was awesome.
Yes.
And these last chapters of the book with Wit, they are becoming a pattern, and they are no correlation to pattern, but and I like it. I like the way he ends it.
I'm telling you, Wit is somebody to be seen.
Yeah, I get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Wit is obviously. I don't know what Wit is. World singer? What the hell is that?
World singers are people who, in song, bring the culture of every world to the other world.
Yeah, whatever, man. That's some Buddhist propaganda.
We travel the lands and we sing their songs in different lands. And, apparently he goes to the afterworld also and brings back songs.
Maybe. I don't know. What about him is serious, what about him is not so serious, and what about him is what? I can't... This thing, but that final bit where this other character is talking to him, and he...
I love the conversation he has with the songbirds.
That's Wit being Wit. See, that's the bit I don't understand. Same. Yeah, when he goes, a bunny rabbit and a cat decided to have a conversation. And like, no, oh, no, sorry, wrong word. Rock, an icky rock thing and something. You know, wit is so awesome. He brings spark to the book. And I like the fact that in this book, there was a lot of wit.
Yeah, I like that.
And
He's
there was a lot
having
of
this
wit.
conversation with the songbirds, and he pauses, and the songbird goes, chirp. I like that.
All right, let's rate it. What would you give this?
5.
Me too. Can't give it anything less. These are words of brilliance.
Words of radiance.
No, these are words of brilliance.
Okay, granted.
All right, so next time, what are we going to be doing?
I think we've done a lot of fantasy. And I'm sure the listeners will be wondering whether we read only fantasy.
No, we don't.
Uh-huh.
I started this whole series off with non-fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, we don't. We just don't. But we love fantasy. I also love sci-fi. I like a whole lot of non-fiction too. We read everything. So, what are we going to review?
I think we cannot do a book chat without having Robert Galbraith.
Robert Galbraith, The Cuckoo's Calling.
Robert Galbraith was The Cuckoo's Calling, wasn't it?
The Cuckoo's Calling, right?
No, that was the first book of Robert Galbraith. You want to do Cuckoo's Calling?
Yeah, let's do the first
I
book.
thought I wanted to do Common Strike.
That's it, no? The Cuckoo's Calling. Common Strike, book 1.
Book 1.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't Cuckoo's Calling. That was...
Luna Landry case, right?
Luna Landry case.
Yeah, I think it's Cuckoo's Calling. Oh, I could be absolutely wrong. But, all right.
I think
Robert Galbraith. J.K. Rowling, writing as Robert Galbraith, first book of Common Strike series. I'm sorry we can't remember his name, the book's name. We'll do that, right?
It is The Cuckoo's Calling.
Oh, great. Well, I was right. No, you made me all... No.
It takes me a little while to remember.
Old age is getting to you, mother. Anyhow.
Yes.
Anyhow, people go onto our Amazon link if you like this podcast and buy something, buy a few things. It helps us buy books so that we can do more of these. We'll come back to you very quickly. This is going to be a quick turnaround. We're doing this weekly, so should we keep it weekly? I'm trying to do this bi-weekly, but I'm kind of getting busy with my job. So I'll try to put this out as quickly as I can. All right, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.